So we are going to be breaking down the Cleveland Browns next. For this 2021 season, they had a heck of a run last year. They got hot, even though Odell Beckham Jr. did get hurt. So week number 1, the Cleveland Browns are opening up versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Combs, who do you got?
Go ahead and give me, because crazy things happened in week 1.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are going to start out the season 0-1. The Browns are going to announce that they have arrived, and the Cleveland Browns are going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in week 1 and start the season off 1-0.
What?
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. The Chiefs start off the year 1-0 after they beat the Browns, but the Browns do get right back on track and have a great season after that. But the Chiefs start off the year 1-0 as they beat the Browns.
Yeah, I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs as well. But the biggest asterisk on this game is the health of Patrick Mahomes. Is he going to be back from that turf toe injury? And how well has the offensive line grown in this preseason here? Giving us a week number 2 matchup, the Houston Texans coming to Cleveland. Combs, who do you got?
Give me the Cleveland Browns again, baby. Starting out the season 2-0. The Texans are still reeling. They may or may not have Deshaun Watson as their starting quarterback by the start of the season. And I think that the Cleveland Browns are just too good defensively. They're too good offensively. This team is the total package. So give me the Cleveland Browns to start out 2-0.
What?
Cleveland Lowndes. Wow. Cleveland Browns come away with a big win here. The Texans don't know who their quarterback is. Nobody wants to stay in Houston no matter what sport you're playing. They just lost a franchise defensive end. They lost a franchise wide receiver 2 years ago. They're about to lose their quarterback, whether if that be to jail or another team. We have no clue. No speculating just yet on that. Too many questions surrounding this one. The Texans have a really bad season, and the Browns absolutely demolished them right here.
See, and I think I am on the complete opposite. I think of all the turmoil surrounding Houston all year. This football is going to have their team operating well and winning a lot of games. So they just don't beat the Cleveland Browns because everything you said, Combs. The Cleveland Browns are a really, really good team. Giving us a week 3 matchup with the Chicago Bears coming to town. Who do you got?
I think that this is Andy Dalton's last game as a starter for the Chicago Bears. 3 games into his tenure as a Chicago Bear. And I think that the Browns pull this one off. I think that the Browns beat the Bears, and I think that the Bears can't do anything offensively. And they start calling for Justin Fields in week 4. So give me the Browns, and give me the Browns big.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions surrounding the Bears that I'm going to ask you. We aren't breaking them down yet. We'll be breaking them down there once you are back on the show this week. But I also have the Cleveland Browns winning this game. I just don't think the Chicago Bears are. I could see the Chicago Bears being exactly opposite what they were last year. So they could be 0-8 or 0-5 going into week 6 before they get their first win there. Moving us to week 4 where the Browns travel Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Who do you got?
Give me the Browns, man. Browns are going to start out the season 4-0 on hot fire, and they are going to beat Minnesota in Minnesota and take down the Vikings to start off the season 4-0.
Yeah, and if the Browns were to start 4-0 on the season, I think that would be the biggest downfall for them. So this is the game that they are going to lose, but it's going to be a really, really close game. I'm taking the Vikings like 21-20 type of score, really tight, maybe the last touchdown drive to end the game. Wyatt, who do you got winning this game?
I got the Cleveland Browns winning at Minnesota.
Alrighty, so giving us a week 5 matchup, the Browns travel to LA to take on the Chargers. Combs, who do you got?
Yeah, give me the Chargers in this one to bring the Browns down to 4-1. Justin Herbert, the kid is good. The Chargers are for real, and whenever you got a team going from the Eastern time zone to the Western time zone, yeah, I really have a tough time, picking one or the other. Whoever's on the road, I usually pick to lose. So I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one to send the Browns to 4-1.
Great point of the time zone. Wyatt, who do you got?
I got the Browns as well. I think that not as well. I got the Browns because I think that the Chargers are a great team. They're going to have a good year. They got a bright future ahead of them, but I think the Browns this is their year. So Browns have a really good year, and it continues right here.
Yeah, this is their year to be the most overrated team, but they do travel to LA and they beat the Chargers because the Chargers don't have any fans at home. It's basically a road game for them every game at home. But week 6, speaking of traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast, the Arizona Cardinals come to Cleveland. Combs, who do you got?
Yeah, and I just said that I usually pick the team that's traveling out of time zone to go ahead and lose when they're on the road. But in this one, I think that Cardinals defense is too good. The offense is just a little bit too much to handle for the Cleveland Browns, and this brings the Cleveland Browns to 4-2. When people start talking about are the Browns a for real team or are they a pretender?
Yeah, great point.
The battle of two Oklahoma quarterbacks, two former Heisman winners, two former first overall picks, two guys that are going to battle for the MVP this year, I think, hand in hand. Two guys who are young, going to lead their team, and a potential future, maybe even this year. I don't know. It depends on how good these teams do. But I definitely think in the future, these two teams have a lot of potential in meeting in the Super Bowl. They're both young, they're both extremely talented, and they're both on the rise. So, with that being said, I think that Cleveland does come away with this one, and I think that people will look back at how great this game was and see that Baker Mayfield outplayed Kyler Murray, and it'll be the reason why he wins the MVP.
Yeah, but they also play in very very stout divisions there. Why? Their two divisions respectively are the two toughest in the NFL. But I'm going to take words out of Combs' mouth and put them out of my own. Traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast, it is tough because I believe this is a 1 o'clock kickoff time, so it is going to be 10 a.m.
It's
and
a late game.
It's a late game. Okay, but it's still that's a 3 hour time zone change, and the Cardinals are going to be not in the right mind to start that game, and the dog pound is going to go crazy since it is a late game. Give me the Browns in this one. Week number 7, the Ponies come into Cleveland to take on the Browns. Combs, who you got?
I think Baker beats Aaron Rodgers in this one, makes a statement. I think that the Cleveland Browns win this one in Cleveland. It's another primetime game for the Cleveland Browns, and the Cleveland Browns go ahead and move to 5-2 on the season.
Yeah, I think that first off, Aaron Rodgers is not in Mile High at this time, and I know they're not playing in Mile High, but still, I think that Cleveland comes away with a win here over Drew Lock.
Yeah, you're right. He's not in Mile High. He's in Cleveland, losing to the Browns.
Yeah. All right. He'll be in Green Bay that week.
I am taking the Browns this particular game because Thursday night games. I'm taking the road. You're taking the home team 9 out of 10 times. Give us a Week 8 matchup: Steelers versus the Browns. The first division game of the year, I do believe. Yes, it is the first division of the game for the Browns. Combs, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Browns in this one. I think the Steelers have a bad season again. I think that they're just not up to the task, and I think that Cleveland is, and Cleveland moves to 6-2 on the season.
Yeah, I think, like I said a couple of times, Pittsburgh not very excited about their year this year. I think Tomlin has his first losing year, and I think that they're coming off a bye week for this week. They got an early bye week, which I think does not help them whatsoever. They're coming off a bye week, and I think they'll be rusty because of that. And I think Cleveland comes away with a big win here.
So, like I said, I think Cleveland is the most overhyped team in the NFL this season. Right now, they're sitting at 5-2, and they have 3 straight wins on my board here. This is where the wheels fall off the wagon, and they are hoping for a bye week soon. Week number 8, the Pittsburgh Steelers come into town and they whoop that ass. 42-7 is the final score. It is a complete shellacking. We have already picked the Week 9 matchup. You guys can check out the Cincinnati Bengals schedule breakdown if you want to hear that win. Giving us a Week 10 matchups, the Browns travel to New England to take on the Patriots. Combs, who do you got?
Go ahead and give me the Patriots in this one. Bill Belichick does not lose to the Cleveland Browns ever since they fired him way back when, and he just does not lose to the Cleveland Browns. And I think that this could be Mac Jones' first game as a New England Patriot.
Oh.
So being in Foxborough and Mac Jones' first game, I just think that they're riding a certain kind of high in New England, and they pull one out against the vaunted Browns.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that this is, like I said a couple of times, every single team has a couple of dumb losses as the years go on. or as the season goes on, excuse me. So I think that this is the big dumb loss for them. I think they lose at Gillette, which is a really tough place to play. I do agree that Mac Jones will be right about starting at this point, getting his first couple of starts. Cam Newton kind of finally bows out and lets it go. But I will say that New England wins this one at Gillette.
Yeah, I'm picking the Patriots as well, not because of the Mac Jones factor, just because of the Bill Belichick factor versus Cleveland. He has that certain mojo against him. Week number 11, the Detroit Lions coming to town to take on the Browns. Combs, who do you got?
I mean, the Browns. The Lions are not going to be very good. They'll be lucky to win 5 games this year.
10.
So go ahead and give me the Browns.
Lions win it by 30. I'm totally just kidding. It's actually the way Cleveland wins it by 30.
Shit, you made me drop my pen.
Well, I am not kidding. I told you this is the wheels have fallen off the Cleveland Browns train. They have definitely fallen off. This Week 11 loss versus the Detroit Lions.
Fallen off your head.
It is absolutely
your wheels have fallen off.
So we have picked the Week 12 game, the Browns versus the Ravens. You can check out the Ravens schedule breakdown for that. Then the Week 13 is their bye week, and then Week 14 we've already picked that as well. The Ravens versus the Browns. Like I said, you can check out the Ravens schedule breakdown. Give us a Week 15 matchup. The Las Vegas Raiders come into town to take on the Browns. Why? Who do you got?
Versus Las Vegas Raiders, I will take the Cleveland Browns. The Raiders are not great, so they're gonna have a bad year.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This game always seems to be down to the wire. Whenever the Raiders and the Browns play each other, it's a dogfight. No pun intended. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the Browns at home.
As Wyatt tries to make it funny, he is completely bad. So the previous week, I do have the Browns beating the Ravens, but that Browns wagon is still broken. They are fighting to stay above 500 at this point. I had the Raiders coming into the dog pound and whooping that ass again. It is another disturbing loss. 28-10 is that final. Then we have a Week 16 matchup.
What do you see in the Browns that makes you think that they're not going to be a very good team this year?
Because they had a better than expected season last year when Odell Beckham Jr. went down.
And they did nothing but get better on the defensive side of the ball.
Incredibly.
Exactly. So how many young players can live up to the height of a team, especially when you're like the Cleveland Browns, when you have invented ways to lose? The Cleveland Browns, it would not surprise me if they tied 4 games this season and finished like 6-4 or something something crazy.
Okay.
It's just like I just see the Browns. You know, they get beat by the Steelers, a team that's not going to be very good this year. Then they get beat by the Bengals, a team that is up and coming, and then they lose to the Patriots the following week to a rookie quarterback. Their confidence is 100% shot, and they are a sinking ship at this point. So then we have a Week 16 matchup. The Browns do travel to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Combs, who do you got?
Yeah, so this is going to be that game that gives the Ravens hope to win the division, because this is going to be where the Browns falter a little bit. They head into Lambeau. Jordan Love on Christmas Day, it's going to be snowing. It's going to be a blizzard. Jordan Love's going to have a game of his life, and they're going to go ahead and beat the Browns by 3.
Why?
3-0.
Well, first off, Jordan Love, once again, like I have to say 100 times, is not going to be the quarterback. What I'm losing it on this playoff predictor.
So much that each one of these teams has the Packers and the Broncos on their schedule.
Oh, I know, it's great, right? Kills me. What week is this? I can't find this.
This is Week 16 matchup.
Okay, I don't know why I couldn't. There it is. Okay, sorry. I do have Cleveland winning though, but Aaron Rodgers will be at the helm for that game. So thank you. That is all yet again
for the Broncos.
So
the Broncos are not playing in Lambeau that week. Okay.
So I actually do have the Packers winning this game. Tori kind of sold me that the Packers just don't lose at Lambeau no matter who the quarterback is. And like I said, the Browns are struggling
especially on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
he's actually
look.
Right.
I mean, Lambeau's a special place, and as a Bears fan, I understand that. Like Lambeau is a special place to play, especially on Christmas Day, and it's just tough for me to pick against the Green Bay Packers on in Lambeau on Christmas Day.
So that's given us a Week 17 matchup, another division rival here. The Browns travel to Steelers to take on. They travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Combs, who do you got?
I got the Browns in this one. I think that the Browns go ahead and sweep the Steelers in the season series. I think that this is their step to getting that game against the Bengals flexed in Week 18 and then ultimately winning this division.
All right, Wyatt.
Yeah, I think this is a big win for Cleveland. Really kind of asserting their dominance over the AFC North and kind of putting down the Steelers one final time for the year. After they've been put down all year because the Pittsburgh Steelers have put down everyone in that division for so long. So I think this is kind of the payback run for everybody.
Right.
I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers get shellacked in 90% of the games that they play against division opponents, and this is just one of them where they get beat.
Yeah, I think that Week 8 game, the Steelers, that was their last win on the season because the wheels kind of fell off for them as well. So I do have the Browns winning this Week 17 matchup. It is. I have to agree with you. You guys. It's going to kind of be a slacking, 35-10 type of score here. We have already picked the Week 18 matchup. So if you guys want to check out the Cincinnati Bengals schedule, you can. So guys, I had the Browns at 8-9 on the season. Combs, who do you got?
What?
Yep.
I have them at 13-4. You're nuts, Buck. I don't know what you see in this team that says that they are 8-9 team. But I got them at 13-4. I got them winning the AFC North by one game over the Ravens.
Why? What do you got?
8-9.
13-4 as well. Yeah. The Browns are good. They're going to be good. 13-4.
8-9.
Do you know what I really
8-9?
see?
They don't even have a winning season, Buck.
No. Do you know what I really see?
Yeah, you see the Lions winning 10 games and the Browns winning 8.
That was last year. I see Odell Beckham Jr. coming back to this team and being a cancer on this team. That is what I truly see. I think Odell Beckham Jr. is the demise of this team.
You know what?